Being grateful as a tool for prioritizing. Gratitude. That's right, gratitude. Have you ever wished you had a tool that would help you to know and follow your own priorities? Well, you do. You've got it. That tool is the time that you invest in being grateful. Because prioritizing is about what's important to you. At its core, prioritizing is about finding ways to fit in what matters. Prioritizing requires that you push back on things that you really do want, but doing so in conscious preference for things that really matter to you a whole lot more. Some days, getting things done can feel like more than you're capable of doing, even when they are things that matter to you. And a lot of times, that's because of difficulty. But even more often, you may find attractive activities simply pop up that you choose, even if they're not as important. Or doing what you really have decided is the right thing to do might simply feel so boring today that you're distracted and you're reaching for other things, even though you know they're less important. But staying the course, focusing on what's important, is what prioritizing helps you to do. And gratitude helps you with that. Because when you keep on doing the things that contribute to getting done what's important to you, well, that's how you make things happen. That doesn't make it easy, does it? No. That's true for all of us. Some days are rough. And whenever things are rough, one thing that you can do is to commit yourself to take a step aside. Commit to be willing to retreat within yourself. As you start that, choose to focus on your breathing and give yourself a break. Even if you're in a situation where you really can only do so for just a moment by closing your eyes and focusing on a few breaths. But you know what? That little moment can change things for you. Make time to step away from your situation. Mentally, for sure. Physically, if possible. You can regain your strength and grit by making a moment for yourself. Sure, it's better if you do a bigger moment for yourself, but sometimes that's not going to be possible. But in just a short moment, you can still center yourself through gratitude. As you get to that space that's just you, away from whatever, pause and look within. Look for what you're grateful for. Observe yourself. See what one thing comes up for you when you ponder the idea of you being grateful for something. Accept that. Whatever it is, be aware of your gratitude for it. Wallow in your gratitude a little bit. Allow your gratitude to grow inside you, hanging on to that one thing. And then reach for a second and a third. It doesn't have to take a long time, but repeat that process of observing, accepting, and being aware, and wallowing in the goodness of being grateful. What you're grateful for probably includes relationships, health, and much, much more. No matter how dire your circumstances, there's something to be grateful for, isn't there? Remembering what it is you're grateful for is more than just an exercise. It's a real-life practical tool that you can use. Gratitude is a way of life, too, because you can choose gratitude as a way of improving your life every day. Being grateful is how you can uplift yourself whenever your life begins to feel a little bit out of control or a lot out of control. Specifically, you can revive your feelings of being grateful as a way to get back on track in your life with joy. And whenever you've got trouble prioritizing, getting back on track is useful. Reminding yourself of what you're grateful for, even if it's just a quick moment away from circumstances that surround you with difficulties, well, it gives you meaning. And meaning helps you keep on keeping on. In fact, meaning lights your fire of passion for life and for the things that matter to you. And when you're on fire, you feel better about yourself. You feel better about your own life. You even feel better about taking actions, even if a moment before you really were dreading those actions. Meaning and hints of what has meaning and purpose for you can come from what you're grateful for if you invest the time and effort. You may have to do it a number of times a day, but you know what? You're worth it, and it doesn't have to take a lot of time. So let that gratitude well up inside you. You'll find your priorities will become more clear to you. Be honest with yourself about what those priorities really need to be. And let that clarity as it comes to you be your guide. It'll give you the feeling that you can take the actions you need to take to make whatever it is that matters to you happen in your life. So take a gratitude practice break today. Being grateful can be your new tool in your toolkit. Being grateful as a tool for prioritizing can guide your life. At software-enterprise.com, you'll get instant access to an audio training that I made and email training as well. Thank you so much for being here. This is Cynthia Ann Layton, owner of Software Enterprise Limited.